welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're already part of the Sprinkle Squad. I'm so happy to see you again, and today we are continuing our Rainbow Road rental lot, and today we are working on the blue house, which I couldn't help myself. I built a blue Suburban, and honestly, I really like the way it turned out. I actually went with this like royal blue color, and I ended up using a lot of, I think it was Strangerville for the like doors and windows, and I think it just turned out so great. And I will say that this is actually a 4-bed, 3-bath, so it is one of the larger homes on like rental homes on this lot, if that makes sense. And I know that there really isn't much of a yard like for the kids. However, I actually have a playground, what am I trying to say? Playground at the end of the road so that the kids can go and play there. So you shouldn't have like any kind of issues for having stuff to do for the kids, if that makes sense. And because I just really like the idea that like maybe all of the kids will be friends and like go out and play at the like little park at the end of the road. Like I just thought that was so cute. Like I just love the idea. I don't know how that would really work out in gameplay, but like we'll see, you know, like I'm not sure, to be honest. But this lot does make me want to actually play like with the rental pack, and I know there's been a lot of issues with it too, so hopefully you don't have any issues like playing with this lot. Of course, I think you can just change it, like if you download it, it's a rental lot, but you can change it to a regular residential if you want to do like have like family members live in different houses or something like that. That's totally up to you. And this is already up on the Sims 4 gallery under my ID, Spice and Sprinkles, all one word, all lowercase, and down in the description if you want to see it written out. I also use the hashtag Spice and Sprinkles, so hopefully you don't have any issues finding this build if you would like it. And I will say that again, just like several of these builds, I built this like a month and a half ago, and I'm also like doing a lot of these voiceovers at one time. So actually, like I'm doing I think so far the green and blue I'm doing on the same day, probably the purple as well. Like I have several builds like waiting to get voiceovers since I moved and like getting everything set back up, but I was still building because I can't help myself because I really do enjoy building in The Sims. So getting back into this swing of things. So again, if you leave any suggestions for this particular like house or like for the purple house and I don't do it, it's not personal. I just have already actually built them. But if you do have any suggestions for other things you want to see in the channel, like please leave those down below. I think I actually have a couple still written down from people that commented a while ago, so apologies, it's taking me a bit to get through some of those. Life has just been wild lately, like in good ways for the most part, so I'm not complaining. It's just been a lot going on here, but I love the mixture of, I think, so let's see, I know that some of the siding I think is from Growing Together, but like the windows and doors are from Strangerville, and they ended up looking so good here. And I don't know, the richness. I've been really into like the jewel tones lately, like your sapphire blue, your emerald green, ruby red. Like I've been super into that lately because I think I talked in my last video too that I've been like obsessed with like redoing some of the like furniture and stuff in my own home, which honestly, like it's a good thing I play The Sims, otherwise I'd probably want to do that a lot more often. Like I feel like I can get a lot of my creative like interior design energy out like while playing The Sims instead of like having to buy new furniture in real life. So I just think it's kind of funny. Like I wish I could. I mean, in another life I feel like maybe I would want to be an interior designer, but I feel like it's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? Like I really enjoy doing it for myself or like talking about stuff with my friends and all, but I just don't know if I could like take the pressure of doing it for like other people for my job, if that makes sense. Kind of like baking. I really enjoy baking, and like I'll bake for people I know and all, but I don't know if I'd really want to have like my own bakery. I just feel like it would be a lot of pressure, and I would be worried it would kind of take the fun out of it, which would kind of be sad because it's something that I really enjoy. I haven't had a chance to do much baking lately though, just because like honestly a lot of this stuff is still packed up, but I have posted a few things that I've done lately, I guess, on my Discord, so if you're interested you can join us over there. I've been a little bit quiet lately again because of just stuff going on. I'm hoping to get back into streaming soon. Like it's just right now like I'm running around and like having a lot of different appointments, like doctor's appointments and things like that, just getting settled since I did move like several hours away. Like I have to like change over doctors and all kinds of stuff, and like getting new like, and like we swapped states, so it's like new tags, new licenses, all of this stuff, so it's just taking a while. And like I've been having a lot of random appointments, so it's been hard to even keep a schedule at this point. And like we're also working on getting our old house sold. So we've just been making a lot of trips to that house. It's just been kind of crazy lately. So again, I know I keep apologizing like for not posting as much, but I have been building. And again, part of it is like, you know, it's just life, and I wish I could have posted a little bit more, but you know what? It is what it is. But I also want to say it on each video just because, you know, in case you didn't watch all my videos, you do get to hear it. But anyways, back to this build. Like I said, I'm super excited about it. I don't know why, but I feel like I've mentioned this before, all of these lots I feel like are super detailed and like very just like lavish. Like, why is there a fountain in the front yard of this home? I don't know, but I love it. And I felt like I needed it. And this actually ended up, I believe I include a nursery as well in here. And I think the blue turned out so nicely as well. And I think, I can't remember. I know that I was like thinking about using a lot of stuff from cats and dogs, but I don't know. I can't remember if I did. Honestly, since it's been so long, it's a little bit of a surprise. Like, I feel like I haven't even seen the screenshots in a while because I do the screenshots like right when I'm done building, especially because I don't trust the game. Like when I exit out of the game, I don't know if, I'm sure a lot of you are aware though, there is a glitch with terrain paint and stuff. So I try to take the screenshots immediately so I don't lose terrain paint. And sometimes the game just wants to delete items just because it feels like it. And actually on that note too, if you download my lots, any of my lots, be sure to have bb.move objects on to make sure that like you don't lose any items when it gets placed. And honestly, you still might lose items because it's The Sims and that stuff kind of happens. But I also want to, because I'm doing a lot of these voiceovers like together, and these will be posted over the coming weeks. So for reference, I am doing this voiceover I think yesterday we found out the official announcement for the 2 new kits that are coming out. There was a cast kit, and I can't even remember who was the collab with. Anyways, it looks like a really cool cast kit, and also the something party like build kits. I again don't remember the name. I feel like ever since they've introduced kits, and there's so many of them, I can't keep all the names of everything straight, especially when they name them similar things. Anyways, so just for reference, that's what just happened. I still like want to build with the castle kit that we got. Like I still have like things to do. I still need to like, I feel like build something with the Crystal Creations pack. Like I have things to do. I'm just super behind, and you know what? It just happens sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's totally good. And I feel like this build, like there's so much stuff in here. I really like, I ended up using the For Rent counters, which looks so good, of course, with the tiles, and then with this was growing together, I believe, the wallpaper and the tile, and it all came together so nicely. And I'm kind of surprised because in The Sims, I feel like there's so many like variations of colors. It's hard to find ones that match, if that makes sense. And I do know that there is honestly a lot of blue swatches in this game. So I guess it makes sense that it wasn't as hard to find stuff that matches here. But I tried to use like a lot of pattern here as well. Like I feel like I ended up using a lot of the newer items we have just because I feel like they look better, which I guess makes sense, right? I mean, this game has been going on for the better part of a decade. Like it's we've had this game for quite some time, but I did end up putting just a lot of storage in here. I really like was back and forth about having like the upper cabinetry, but I really was obsessed with these windows, so I wanted to keep those. So I just opted to not really have as much cabinetry, since there also was a lot down below, which again, it's The Sims. You don't actually need any storage at all. Like The Sim will not know the difference between having storage and not having storage, but I just thought it was kind of fun to like have some shelving here and be able to put some clutter on it. And I I find it interesting that, you know, we got that, oh my goodness, is this stuff pack, the cooking, oh my gosh, why am I like blanking? Sorry again, see, there's so many packs I can't even remember the recent like cooking stuff pack that we got. And why some of the items they don't clip to both of the shelves. It's so frustrating. And like I didn't want to necessarily like alt place all of the items, especially because it's just sometimes it's difficult to really get them at the right level. And I know that I can use like different things to actually get that to work, but honestly I just didn't feel like it because I knew I wanted a bunch of stuff on the shelves. But of course, if you want to add stuff to it, feel free to do so. And I ended up having in the middle like the dining room, and then on the end having the living room space. And again, because this has 4 bedrooms, I think we end up with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 Sims is kind of what I was thinking, 5 or 6, depending on whether or not you had like 1 or 2 parents. Because I do end up upstairs having a teen bedroom, and then I end up having like a kid's bedroom with 2 like single beds in it, and then a nursery. So that was kind of my intention, was to have like 5 or 6 Sims in here. So you should have plenty of seating, even though I think it's funny, like I always want to put like enough like dining chairs so that all your Sims can sit together and have dinner. They never do that though. Like I wish they would, but it's so difficult. Like for a while there I was taking screenshots with Sims, which I liked the look of, but honestly was so much work, because again, if I was trying to get a picture of like the family eating dinner together, it was a whole entire like ordeal. It would take me forever to get that screenshot to work properly. But anyways, I just think it's funny that they never actually do it, but I like to place things as if they would. You know what I mean? Because actually I'm playing like one of my personal save files I have is a family of 6, and it's just like, it's chaos. It's just absolute chaos. Like that is the only way to describe what that save file is like. Like seriously, I actually ended up that save file, I had 2 sets of twins. Like it was, oh my gosh, it was so chaotic. It really, really was. I feel like ever since they've added infants, it is so much more chaotic to have larger families and have like infants and toddlers at the same time. Like it's a whole thing. I ended up having like 4 infants at one time. It was just, oh my goodness. Maybe I need to try like the 7 infant challenge or whatever. I've done the 7 toddler challenge, which that was a whole thing, and that is up on the channel if you want to go see it. It was also one of my earlier videos, so there is no telling. I feel like that'd be very interesting to go back and watch, but I don't know if I have the heart to do it. But I know I'm also like totally not on topic for this build, and I apologize for that, but I feel like it's been so long since I've done voiceovers that I just feel like chatting, and that's like what I'm gonna end up doing for the entirety of this video. But I did end up using that picture above the fireplace that I like to use a lot in family homes, because to me it looks like a family portrait. And if I really am doing like a really family centric like home, and a home that I feel like might have like a family portrait, like I like to put that there. Of course, something you can do, so if you are someone that likes to use mods, or if you're interested in mods, I actually have, I don't have very many gameplay mods, but I do have, or excuse me, like build CC, but I do have I think it's Ravishing, I forgot, it's like the family photo mod, and highly, highly recommend that. So you can actually, I think I actually made a short about it. So if you look at my shorts, I do have like information about that and like the link for it. And it is so nice to have. It basically creates like in any given instant, like a portrait of your whole family. Like, and you can change what season it's in, and you can change like which type of clothing they're wearing to match the season, and you can lock the photo so you can keep the photo like, you know, when the kids are toddlers, and then you can place another one when they get older and like lock that one so you can have photos from different ages, or it'll auto like change the photo once your Sims age up, if that makes sense. Anyways, it's a great, great mod. Like I love it so much. Like, and I say it's a mod, really it's build CC, but you know, I really don't use build CC, especially since most of what I do ends up on the gallery, and I want like everybody to be able to download it. But who knows, maybe one day I'll end up actually doing like a full CC build or something. I did do one, and it was like a gingerbread house. It was that like Katy Perry, like from Sims 3, someone made like a CC pack for Sims 4. So I ended up doing that like, I don't know, was it a year or 2 ago? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember how long ago it was that I did that. But that was a lot of fun. And then over on stream, I did build an all CC home. So that was just a whole lot of fun. I was going to post that on YouTube, but it literally was all CC. So I didn't end up posting it on the gallery, and it took me so long to do on stream that I decided not to like really make it a speed build or anything, because it really like the whole time I was just like, oh my gosh, this was amazing. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh my gosh, like, I spent so much time like oohing and awing over like the amazing build CC we have available in The Sims 4 that I just ended up like taking way too much time to do it. So anyways, I didn't make that into like a thing, but it is up on my VOD channel. So that's Extra Spice and Sprinkles. The link is down below. If you're interested in going back and watching any of those, feel free to do so if you want to see my attempt at using all CC. It was actually a lot of fun. All of my builds, and also like I do some gameplay too like when I'm streaming. So if you want to see any of that, I did complete the Big Sister challenge, which was a whole lot of fun. And I've been wanting to start another gameplay challenge. I even like made the Sims and everything. So hopefully eventually like I'll actually get to it. It's just been a lot lately, and just keeping up with speed builds, because that's honestly like that's my favorite, to be honest. Like I just love building in The Sims. I love it so much. I do it all of the time in my spare time. It makes me happy, like, and honestly allows me to get out some of that interior design like energy that I have a lot of. And sometimes I just have spurts of like I just want to build like constantly. Like I ended up actually with these like colored builds, along with these two other, I had 6 builds. It was 6 builds ready for voiceovers right now, which is absolutely insane. So I am literally in the middle of like I've already like created all the videos. I'm just doing all the voiceovers, and then so those will be posted over the coming weeks. But it's just like I was like obsessed with building all of a sudden, so I just built a bunch of stuff. So anyways, like I feel like again I'm just going on a huge tangent, but again it's just because I haven't really talked to you all in so long. And I tried to do some interesting stuff with wallpaper, and I think that's Decor to the Max, the like blue like frames that I put on the wall. I feel like that's a really cool way to introduce like some pattern without doing a whole wall of wallpaper or something like that. It's like a really nice statement piece. So you can kind of do that in order to draw attention. And I feel like it looked really nice framing it around the windows as well. So again, it wasn't like a ton of wallpaper right there, but just enough to tie it into the other side of the room. And it just like gave it a little extra pop over there, especially just trying to lean into that like blue aesthetic, which I think turned out really nicely. I really like the blue. And again, and not surprising because I think The Sims just has a lot of blue swatches, and just making a cozy little bathroom here for, again, this is going to be like the parents' room, whether you have like 1 or 2. Like I really, again, did not think too much about that. I think I actually ended up upstairs. There's also an office, I believe, if I remember correctly. And I think I may have put in the interior designer, dream home decorator, like board. Maybe. I know that I thought about it. I can't remember if I actually put it in there, but if I did, I guess I was thinking about maybe a parent having that for a job, or maybe just something that they enjoy. But again, you can do whatever you want to with the Sims that live in this home. Honestly, you can cheat for money and your Sims never work, which is also totally valid and totally cool in order to do. I mean, honestly, I never build with a budget. Like, I guess I should do that again. You know what I mean? I've done a few like starter homes, and I've done several limited pack builds. If you're interested in those, I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel if you want to see that. I do have one for Island Living coming up soon, so keep an eye out for that. That was kind of fun. I wasn't intending to do that, but it just kind of ended up that way. And I ended up making an Island Living specific build. But upstairs is where we actually have the 3 kids' bedrooms, and we have the office. And I can't remember, I think I ended up doing I think I did 1.5 baths up here. I can't remember if it's 2 full baths or not. And because I want to, when you have a lot of Sims, you need a lot of bathrooms. It's just, you need to. Like, I don't know what it is. I feel like the ratio of bathrooms to number of Sims is different than bathrooms to the number of people in a house, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you need more, like in The Sims, and I don't know why. But like, listen, in real life too, it's nice to have more bathrooms, but then here's my thing. You have to clean those bathrooms. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work to keep up with all of that. But anyways, in The Sims, we don't have to worry about it. And, it's not that expensive in The Sims to have help cleaning. So, I wish that was a thing in real life. Like, that I could have someone come and help me clean, like, on a daily basis. Like, could you imagine? That would be crazy. Like, that's the current house I have is the 6 Sims that I'm playing, like, on my own save file. I have to have a maid because I don't know how I would have kept up with everything with the 6 kids and all, but it's like not that much money of course, in comparison to like what they make. It's just like, why not? Anyways, that's totally, again, a total tangent, but I ended up going with this cute strawberry wallpaper. Actually, I can't remember if I kept it or I changed it, to be honest. And I had so much fun. I feel like I don't do nurseries super often. I feel like I need to do some more nurseries. I kind of quit doing fake nurseries. Like, back in the day, I would do like a fake changing table, which I keep forgetting that they didn't actually put changing tables in to base game, which still I'm really sad about. I really wish they had changing tables in base game because I feel like that's something pretty fundamental to having infants. You know what I mean? Like I understand some of the maybe the milestones or other like special things you can do for infants that they put it in growing together, but like I don't know. I feel like at least one changing table. Like one, because it's definitely so different. I was actually so in the middle of my move. I will say that, so I actually stayed with my parents for about a week, like when we were transitioning, because like we ended up moving closer to my parents, and it was just easier for me to come and stay and like bring some of our dogs with us because we have 3 dogs, and and our house was becoming just so full of boxes, like it was getting, and we had to push closing, so it was just like getting hard to live there because all of our stuff was in boxes, and the dogs I don't think really appreciated all of the boxes. Like I think it really stressed them out. So anyways, so I was actually playing on my mom's sim account, and so she only has a couple of packs. She doesn't have growing together, and so it was the first time I'd played with infants without having like growing together, and there's just not as much stuff. I thought it was really interesting. Like I forgot how much wasn't added to the base game, so I really wish they would do some more stuff to it, although infants are easier to deal with without growing together. So there is something to be said for that, though, I will say. And so for this bedroom, I know that I kind of went with a more teal theme, but forgive me, I became obsessed with this wallpaper and wanted to use it, and I thought it looked so good with this high school year's bed that I just kind of went with it. I actually really like the way this turned out. So it's a slightly different blue than the rest of the house, but I figured it's a kid's room. It's okay, right? Hopefully. But I really like the way this bedroom turned out, and it's so funny to me that like, when I build all of these, like, I'm thinking this is the teenager's bedroom, and like how put together these rooms always are when I make them, when I feel like a lot of times in real life, it's not like that. I feel like teenagers' bedrooms a lot of times are not that put together. And to be clear, I know some people's are, but like I feel like mine wasn't. Like I feel like it was still a little chaotic. Like it didn't match this well, you know what I mean? Like my taste would change all the time and all of that kind of stuff. But anyways, I thought it looked really cute in here, and I really enjoyed like kind of adding all of these posters and little pieces here and there. I figured maybe this sim was into cheerleading because I wanted to add the little pom-poms and the megaphone and the trophy. So I kind of added that all in here, which again, if you actually want your sim to do that and you want them to earn the trophy on their own, you can of course delete the trophy. I just like it as a clutter item. It's just like so much fun to kind of put that stuff in there. And then this is actually going to be the 2 kids' bedroom. And I kind of went with this like darker blue theme, which I kind of ended up liking a lot. I think I ended up putting stuff in here for music, if I remember correctly. Again, it's been a minute since I've done it. But I think that's what I ended up putting in here, and I really like the way it turned out. And also, since I was playing at my mom's house, I was playing, like, again, not with all the packs, because I do have all the packs now, but, like on her computer, she doesn't, and I didn't bring mine with me, because that's, like, a whole thing. But anyways, I ended up building a wedding venue, which I feel like I need to, like, redo, because obviously I didn't make it a speed build, but I really, really liked it. I was playing and had Sims like get married, and I was like, I need a wedding venue, and decided, you know what, I'm gonna build a whole wedding venue from scratch. Why? I don't know, but I think it turned out really cool. So I used a lot of like courtyard oasis. Oh my gosh, why was that so difficult to say? And I think I need to like get on her computer and take screenshots of it to remind myself exactly what I did so I can recreate it. But let me know if like you would be interested in having another wedding venue, which I have done, I think only like maybe 2 on the channel, I feel like. So maybe it's time for me to do another one, but it was like a lot of red and gold. It ended up looking so beautiful, honestly. I was so in love with it. Of course I built this not on my computer and I didn't record it, but maybe I need to actually go back and do that. I need to remember. I also ended up like doing some gameplay with my mom, and we ended up having some Sims move into the land grab mansion. I end up like giving the I like redid the land grabs mansion, like did a redesign on it, and I thought it looked really cool. But I don't know if I'm actually going to make that for the channel. I actually took some of the ideas I had and I've incorporated those into like other builds, if that makes sense. But the land grab mansion is just, that is quite the undertaking in order to fix that. And it just yeah, it took a lot. It's also so big. I mean, think about like this house has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and I feel like has plenty of room for your Sims, and it is much smaller than that home was. But anyways, I'm totally, again, like talking about random stuff, but that's just the stuff I've been up to lately. And oh, and then I found that extra piece of clutter there for the nursery, which I always feel like, so that stand that has like the diapers and stuff in it, I always like forget where it is. I still don't remember where it is. Like I always have to go looking for it. So when I came across it, I thought, oh, I definitely need to add that in there. And then up here, yeah, we do end up including an office here, and I can't remember if I do have a crafting table in here or not, to be honest, since again, it's been a little while since I actually made this build. And I guess, you know, if you really like one of these builds, you could like download the lot and like, you could do some shenanigans like deleting everything else other than this one lot, you know what I mean? And like kind of adding a bigger yard or something like that if you like the standalone like homes themselves, if that's something that you want to go through, like downloading it and deleting stuff. But again, feel free to do that if you would like to. And again, I'm trying to remember, did I make this a full, I did make this a full bathroom. Okay, that's awesome. So your Sims do have actually another shower, which does make sense for 6 Sims. Like you really need to have that. And I'm pretty sure I end up putting a bathtub in the other bathroom up here, especially if you have like a babe, like a well, no, it's not a toddler. Who's sleeping in the crib? I guess the infant. Oh my goodness, I swear I play The Sims. The infant, like, and the toddler and all, when they age up, you're gonna have to actually be able to bathe them, so I do include that up here as well, so you don't have to, like, you know, I don't know, like, I think can you bathe them in the sink? I can't remember. It's been so long, honestly, like, or it's been like, I just don't do those things very often, you know what I mean? But just adding in, I wanted this to be really cute since it's supposed to be like the kids' bathroom, you know what I mean? So again, a little bit of a brighter blue here than maybe what I'm using in the rest of the home. And like I said, I did make the kids' bedroom a little bit darker because I just figured that's just something that they're into. And for here in this like really cute cozy office, I think it's really important too to include like a computer and stuff in my Sims homes because I feel like they always need it to do stuff or to work or, you know, fun, all kinds of stuff, which I guess is pretty accurate to today too. I feel like it's, you know, unfortunately it's becoming pretty necessary to have a computer. Like it's kind of ridiculous that it is, but anyways, like making sure we have that in there and an easel and trying to still include stuff even though they don't have much of a yard, so there is stuff for your Sims to do while they're in here. And again, using some of that stuff that came with the Dream Home decorator, which I think it looked really cute. The rounded bookcases and all I thought were really adorable, and I thought having a lot of clutter and piles of stuff in here made a lot of sense considering that there are 4 kids in this house. Like I feel like it's gonna be a little bit chaotic. You're gonna have stuff all over the place. Like even though this might be the parents' office, you know, there's gonna be stacks of board games and all that kind of stuff in here. But I think it turned out really nicely and I'm pretty excited with it, and including that toy box. And yeah, we did include that thing right there, so you can have actually an interior designer if you would like to. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I hope you have a really sweet day. Bye everybody.